So you probably asked yourself, do these golf clubs fit me? And there's a lot of factors to consider when buying golf clubs or practicing with golf clubs. So I'm going to show you the steps on the checklist on how to make sure these golf clubs actually fit me. So first thing we're going to do is we're just going to simply check the grip. The grip, you just want to make sure that it's not too thick of a grip, it's not too thin of a grip, that it feels right just in your hands. This club right here feels great in my hands right now because it's the right size grip for my hands. If it's too thick or too thin, it's going to influence how you hit the ball. If it's too thin, you're going to use your hands a lot more than you should. If it's too thick, you're not going to be able to use your hands enough to be able to hit the ball. So you want to make sure the grip is the first thing that you consider when making sure a golf club is right for you. The next thing you should consider is the type of shaft you have. As you can see right here, I have a steel shaft golf club. And this is generally for higher swing speeds, but depending on whatever your swing speed is, you want the shaft to fit yourself, because if the shaft is too stiff, if just a beginner grabbed this club right here and they just started swinging this club, it's too stiff for them. They're not going to be able to create any speed with it. And it's going to really affect how they're going to hit the ball. They're going to be late on every swing because it's too heavy for their body. And vice versa. If this shaft is too flexible and it bends too much, it's going to affect my timing, because it's going to make me swing too fast and I'm not going to have any feel of the club, and it's actually going to make me hit it less accurate because it's going to have too much bend in the shaft. So that's something to consider. If you go to any golf store, they're going to be able to tell you your swing speed and what kind of shaft you need for your golf club. The next thing you want to consider is if this club looks good to me, because the most important thing is that you want to feel confidence over the ball. So if a club doesn't look good to you, you're not going to be able to be confident over it. The next thing you want to check off is the length of the club. Now this is one of the most important things because it's going to affect how you swing the golf club, and actually it's going to really affect how the ball is going to fly in the air. So I'm going to show you how to check if the club is the right length for you. As you can see right here, I'm in my stance, I'm in my posture, I'm comfortable, and as my arms are hanging, just hanging from my shoulders like this, I put the club right there and it feels like it's the right length. How to check if it's too short or too long is if you're bending over excessively like this and you have strain in your back, club is too short for you. And vice versa, if you feel like you're reaching and the ball seems so far away from you, the club is too long for you. So you want to find that balance where you can get in your posture, you could just hang your hands down low, and then the club's going to just lie there in your hands just like that. And what's related to the length of the club is going to be the lie of the club. A lot of times when the club is a little bit too long, the toe will pop up like this. And when the toe pops up, it's going to affect how we're going to swing, and we're going to have to make adjustments to the club, and we don't want that. We want to swing the way we want to and have the club work for us. But if the club lies like this, then we're going to have to really adjust our swing just to hit it. And also, when you hit it, the heel's going to dig into the ground, and the first thing that's going to hit the ground is the heel. Vice versa, if the club is too short, what's going to happen is the toe is going to be touching the ground like that, and the heel is going to be off the ground. And when this happens, we're still going to be manipulating our swing just to hit it, but the worst part about it is that the toe is going to dig in first before you hit the ball, and it's going to twist our club face. So you want to make sure that it's the right length club for you, but more importantly, the middle of the club is lying on the ground. All you want that's touching the ground when you put your club behind the ball is that the middle of the club is the only part touching the ground, because it's going to allow us to go straight through and right through the ball and take out a divot, a nice square divot. So now let's go through the checklist again. You want to make sure first that the grip is the right size for your hands. Next thing you want to do is make sure the shaft is right for your swing speed. And also important is that you want to make sure the club head looks good to you. And last but not least, the most important thing is you want to make sure the club is the right length for you, and also that it has the right correct lie. So that's the checklist you want to go through before you buy a golf club.